the child also will feel secure. Oh, I'm here at this point of time. Autonomy is a big thing for him, but he could see that something big happened here. Child has to have a sense of whole. Child cannot see things in pieces. The child is born. Child is connected. I'm feeling very peaceful about it. If it is my Montessori children, who will be there doing this podcast, I'm not pulling you down here. Don't worry.
Hello and welcome back to another episode of our Montessori podcast. So I am Rohan. I am joined here by Mr. Ravi Kunder. So our topic of discussion today is cosmic education. So cosmic education is primarily meant to give the child a vision of the whole universe and how everything within it is interconnected. So now the term cosmic education or cosmos or cosmic might sound like it is something about space or space travel or even astronomy. So, in simple terms, or Montessori terms, what is cosmic education?
See what is uh, no, this is a beautiful question you asked. Okay, at the onset, I would like to as a tribute, I want to speak something about Maria Montessori.
Okay,
Okay, this is important. The world has to really see it, how she was, how she evolved, and it's beautiful. It's extraordinary. It is not
okay,
simple. So, cosmic education, when we talk about education, it's actually about giving a sense of whole. And there are many things that happened over a period. She came to India and the term came, cosmic education. But if you see her background and how she evolved as a person, it's very beautiful, extraordinary. It doesn't happen all the time in people's life. And for generations, it goes. I'm in the development side. I'm saying for a person. See, as a medical doctor, okay, um, when she went through that process, as if, I mean, what we say is, in the today's context, even after 150 years also, the whole medical system, I mean, largely the modern medicine we are all, the world is into, it's all, in what we say is it is disconnected with each other, like it is disconnected in the context of the systems. So you have digestive system, this system, this disconnected from organ, disconnected, in all sphere. But even at that time, when all this uh, modern medicine was evolving, she was clear about it. That she could see, even at that time, as a young person, as a medical doctor, she could see it as a whole person.
okay,
Okay, where the psychological side, the mind, and in the body, and the physiology, and so many things. Even today, also, we have large population of the current medical system. The modern medicine, what we talk about, is still disconnected. It is not fair for me to talk so bluntly, these things. But she could see it at that point. It is not a, it is not a simple thing that happened, in that space. And from there she could create, when she got into her work and so many things that happened, she could see it, as a sense of whole. Even when she was working, when she got into a schooling system and how it could be, lot of those processes, the materials, the exercise of practical life, and then you have sensorial materials, which all connected to things.
okay,
There was a connection that was going on.
okay, okay,
Okay. Typical, if you see in a typical world, even at that time, in in science and technology also, it was largely disconnected, which we are carrying today also. Okay. So, so when we say cosmic education, okay, today we are seeing it. The term came from when she came to India, which I had discussed in
Okay.
our earlier discussion that
Okay.
came. But the base was created by her in the context of education here. We saw it as a whole, sense of whole, always. Okay, our culture and all that we were, going about in India. So, so we have to, see it from the context of how that whole thing evolved. Okay, and then when this program, because this education, even though it was happening, cosmic education was happening in a different way before the age of 6, even though it was sensorial. It's more about the sensual side. Okay, the development of the human system, till the age of 6, where by the time you are 6, you are complete with all the attributes required to be a man, with all that you go with that. That's how I see it.
Okay. Okay. So, in simple terms, what would you say in one, two sentences? What is cosmic education?
You see, cosmic education, see, I can say it only in the context of, to make it simple for the world, is in the context of how we got educated. Now I am 70, I have repeated it so many times in my earlier podcast also. It was always, disconnected with each topic, each subject. There is no connection there. Okay, and even the ideas and in whatever that was happening in uh, health and so many other areas, it was all in piecemeal.
Okay.
But when you are dealing, but when you see it in the context as a whole, like for as a human being, as a whole person, you are dealing with something, no? Okay. Or if you see in the context of engineering side also, okay, there are many dimensions. Finally, it meets into a product. Okay. Finally, it meets into a product. So all those dimensions definitely will change if you see it as a whole. And the creator of those technological products, originally he sees it. That's why he is able to create that. But the in the larger context, it was not. It has stopped happening later. It was there. The sense of whole was there for generations, but it changed at some point at maybe 120 years back when the assembly line production started. The game changed there.
So, you mean to say it's mainly about the sense of whole that a
Yeah,
child gets
yeah,
going through this
yeah,
curriculum?
yeah.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
See what it means, to get what it actually translates when you have a sense of whole. Child has to have a sense of whole. Child cannot see things in pieces and then, oh, this is the chair, or this is, whatever that the child is observing. It's always as a whole, no? And then there are parts which the child will see it later. The child has born and grown up and explored the whole thing as one, whatever that child is observing or exploring.
So, this curriculum of cosmic education, it starts with five dramatic stories. Uh, so, these are called the great stories, I think. So, can you just briefly explain what are these and can you walk us through it? And why are they told in terms of stories?
Yeah, yeah. See, the elementary child, from 6, 7 years onwards, see, whatever they went through, sensorially, whatever they captured, whatever they received, okay. Now there is a point, somewhere after 6, 7, at that point, the child also starts with reasoning, with whatever that the child has seen. What child is reasoning, is a reasoning mind. Okay. From that reasoning, there is so much that the child is started imagining. There's an imagination that takes place.
Okay, okay.
From that imagination, so much that possibility is possible, no? From that imagination. So what do we, provide, or what do we feed, or what do we give to that child? Okay. So we have this idea of, okay, now at this age, this is elementary child, you know, this is where if we can, give that whole thing. And stories are a beautiful form, no? It's a beautiful thing because anybody will be interested. Even at the age of 100 also, I would love to listen to a story, real stories. No, it is there.
And we also remember stories.
We remember stories, no? And it is a whole thing, so it's in a complete form. So Maria Montessori at that time she could think of that. She could, think of, uh, uh, creating a system where she could see if it can start from that. So many things becomes possible for that child, and not only that, the child will continuously carry that, no, and lot of questions will come later also. Well, like last time when I shared about the child Taran, 6-year-old child Taran,
Okay.
after many months, after the first story of universe, he said how big that sound was. Is it like bigger than our atom bomb, during
Okay.
Deepavali
Okay.
festival? Because of his imagination, he could imagine how, because his imagination related to whatever he is, But atom bomb is a big thing for him.
Correct.
Not that atom bomb, our Deepavali atom bomb.
Correct.
Isn't it?
Correct.
So, but he could see that something big happened here. Okay. So, Maria Montessori could see it from all that is, all that becomes possible for that child, over, and for years it will be there. And with all these great stories and so many things that we go about initially, this will continuously be there, for life. Any time in life, there are so many things that will come up from all this thing that instead of getting into all kind of wrong things, whatever that there's another dimension. This is the real world, no. From the child will always will be exploring, from all this that the child has
So, but
got it.
what are the great stories?
The first great story is the story of the universe.
Okay.
Okay, all about how it happened, from Big Bang and whatever that goes. Okay. Even if you see the Big Bang story, if you see, uh, over a period, in the Big Bang story, over a period, you will that will even connect to chemicals and all those things and periodic table and so many things in physics and so many things. How it cooled, you got it. And there we introduced particles, we say particles, and they came close, and then there is a hot, and there is three dimensions. You have in three forms: air, water, and then solid. The three dimensions. Child gets a sense. This forms the whole thing, no? Okay. So that story is almost 2 hours. Okay. And during that story, for example, the story of universe, everybody is asked to go out. I mean, everybody in the context of the support staff and only that one person and one assistant will be there, because that place has to be very peaceful because child is really present to that. And 6, 7 years
Okay.
age is the right age for that story.
Okay. Okay.
And
So,
then you would like to know the other stories. Then the next story is a story of our earth. I mean, in the context of coming of life, we speak about the coming of life, okay, where the entire evolution, it is presented to the child, right till the man, appeared.
Okay.
And children also fascinated. It's such a big, uh, the chart is such a long chart, and they find that man is only in this small period. Okay, he just arrived. If you see that billion years, 3-4 billion years of development,
Correct.
finally man is there. It's a small part,
Correct.
and it's fascinating. How would for today, how we see it, and normally, for a child also, a child that is the ultimate. No, the man is the ultimate thing. The child feels.
Correct.
Yeah. But when the child goes to that story, child realizes that we are also a part, we are a very small part. We are also a part of that whole thing, but we are a small part, not we cannot claim that we are in charge and we are supposed to be dealing with it. We start having respect, okay, for all that has happened over a period. That is one of the big part of that. Okay. Yeah.
What about the three other?
The other story is, I mean, how humans evolved,
Okay.
how the entire evolution of humans.
Okay.
The process they went through, and and in that evolution, today we see everything, in the context of everything that is ready, For all that we are having today, those days there was nothing.
Right.
Okay, 1 year, 2 year, 3 million years. Somewhere, the man discovered a stone, discovered that is the first tool. That is where their hand, the hand got a tool. Okay. Otherwise, they were just foraging and just managing things and surviving like any other animal. But here now, with that tool, the man could do explore. I mean, have more defenses with him. It was easy to work with the cutting the animal or whatever they were eating. Okay, so and from there we have evolved. So that reverence this child develops for humans, how they whatever they created for all the humans here or anything that we see. Okay, it is not ready made. It happened over a period.
Okay.
Okay. Even today also, if you see, so unfortunately, technologists, we disrespect the whole nature and other things, because we sometimes, some of them, not the larger population, they feel that we have technology and we can think and create and design and we have done so much. We are going
We
to
are much
moon and
superior.
superior, all kind of things is coming. But for all that we have today is because of all that has happened, no?
Through millions of years.
Yeah, and that our children who are going through this Montessori method of schooling, I know what not only here, there can be many other environments which gives all this. So child that grows up with reverence, no? When that reverence is there, he is also peaceful, no?
Hmm.
He is also open to new ideas and new thinking.
Hmm. Hmm.
That is the point. That's what Maria Montessori wanted for all, for life. No?
Okay. So what about the other two, last two?
Other two was see when the other two also this is a very big thing. Other two, I never thought why she got. Later I realized So one was that script, that how the script evolved, whatever way. Because children, come to school and write this, write ABCD or whatever that, like in Montessori sounds and all those things that goes, uh, phonetics and different names are there. But when the child goes to that story, the child also again realizes, sorry, this is not, it didn't happen overnight.
Okay.
Again, they feel, or this is not that simple as we think. We don't, you know, we are not, we stop being casual actually about all these things, isn't it? Isn't it? So, and then
Correct.
the numbers, numerals or whatever you call it, story of numerals. But there are so many other timelines we have,
Okay.
charts and timelines and stories.
Okay.
Okay, a lot of times we use we bring it in the form of stories,
Mm-hmm.
and then we present the whatever that it could be maths, it could be
Hmm.
okay, it could be like Pythagoras theorem, for example. So the story of Pythagoras also it is spoken also
Hmm.
how it evolved and how it came into
Hmm.
existence.
Hmm. Hmm.
Okay, and that and I'm not forgetting that name. About about volume. How volume was discovered when
Okay.
who's that fellow who went into water and suddenly realized.
Was it Archimedes?
I think Archimedes principle or something. I'm
I
not
think so.
remembering.
Something about buoyancy.
Buoyancy. So children are also fascinated, no?
Right.
Yeah. So a lot of children, when they go through the stories, they could see that this can be, that possibility they also see, it can be with anybody, isn't it? It's fun also for them because he
Hmm.
ran naked on the street. After
Hmm.
he got that breakthrough, oh, they found something new.
Right.
Okay, you got it.
So you spoke about timelines. So I had seen in Montessori classrooms where children unroll long scrolls of charts, which are the timeline charts. So using these timelines, how do children find their place in history?
See, I'll give an example. We were actually uh, uh, planning for exhibiting, how children work from the time they join, 2 years till whatever, 16 years. And it was about history,
Okay.
even for history for pre-primary also. We are talking about history largely from the context of after 6 years, a reasoning mind. This is here. I was working with children. Before that, exhibition. Um, I took a hold of 5 to 6 year old children. So it was about writing,
Okay.
writing. Okay, and how writing evolved. What are the uh, 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 processes the child goes through. Like how I'll get to that. So because today we have computers, and before that we have these notebooks, and it was way back. So I asked that child, the younger one, who was about 5 years old. I asked her, what do you use for writing? Okay, she said, I'm using pencil. And then I asked her, what is your sister writing? She said, now she has started. She was, I think, fourth or fifth standard or something. Now she is writing with pen.
Okay.
Okay. So then I, went back. What could your mother, used to
Hmm.
write? That she did not know.
Okay.
So I had kept a slate and the chalk.
Okay.
So don't you think, she was using this? Actually, she was using this. I told that group
Hmm.
whom I was presenting. So, they could feel that.
Okay.
She could feel that. That, oh. something, like that she said.
mm,
Uh, so, so what happens here is she could see the evolution, about herself also.
mm,
Okay, today, and then we said, see, computers also have come, typewriter, because in that presentation also later, no, in the exhibition, we had the whole thing,
mm, mm,
okay, right from chalk to sand, and so many things, and then typewriter, and then computers and all that. That whole evolution we had to put. Like even like this cloth, I mean, that we wear. The entire process also we showed that there's a history there, how it evolved and all that. So these children, that child could get a sense of, oh, I'm here at this point of time, not at the level of a 7 or 8 years old. This is a 5 and 6 year old child. But that sense she got because there was a relationship, not comparison, relationship. Because her sister was, getting into pencil, I mean pen.
okay.
You got it.
Mm,
So, in the context of Montessori,
mm,
we have this is how it is introduced. This also it also becomes a story also. When the teacher introduces all these things, uh, like if the teacher is introducing computers, she will also have a story also, and it can be from whatever, that sand, and from chalk and all those things.
mm, 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 mm. So these lessons of cosmic education
Mm.
often start with the origin of the universe and
Ah.
the coming of life.
Mm.
So introducing these topics to maybe a 6-year-old,
Mm.
wouldn't that be overwhelming for the child?
See, the child is seeing it. This word overwhelming, you said. This is in the traditional context, the way we have grown up. Everything is a burden because we have to know and study. But did you ever got overwhelmed by stories like, huge, big stories and very complex stories like Mahabharata, Ramayana, and all these things? You were not. Because there was no agenda here. But if I tell the children, the group of children, okay, today I am going to tell you the story of Mahabharata, and then I'll give you questions. Then you have to answer that. Can you imagine what would happen to those children? That is how we were, we went about, schooling.
I think me personally,
uh,
connecting to what we are talking about,
uh,
I think whatever I was curious about,
uh,
and I ventured into it, and I wanted to learn more and more.
uh,
So in whatever I was curious about, I was never overwhelmed.
yeah,
So
yeah.
is it something similar that is happening here?
See, you were curious because you were also getting a sense of that. You got it. It was within your reach. You understand?
Okay.
It was not out of your reach. It was within your reach. You might not have understood the whole thing, but you were fascinated also, no? Oh, something is there. But something when it is trusted on you and without your permission or your choice or you wanting to do that, it is too much, no? It's too much to deal with. Again will say, what is this happening? No, the child will not do that, but child will feel it. What is this? Something the child will feel. And it's too much for the child. And because the child gets overwhelmed there, in so many other areas in future also in life, he'll be overwhelmed. Because, see, when you get overwhelmed, it becomes difficult to deal with things. And you miss a lot. The same thing, some other person who is not overwhelmed, he gets it. Because he doesn't come with all that, no? He is not coming with any expectation, he is coming with nothing. You got my point?
Yes, yes, yes.
So we have the way the schooling system and all this, we are always having that agenda, We should know this and you should know this and that's why we should give this. That is not fair, no, for the child, no, even for not whatever age that child is, no, it's not fair, isn't it?
Right,
Ah,
right. So traditionally in schools, we have learned different subjects
ah,
like history, chemistry,
yeah,
biology,
ah,
physics, mathematics.
mm,
So we usually learn it separately.
yeah.
Like you said, it's sort of disconnected.
Mm,
So how does this cosmic education sort of brings it together?
mm. See how what see fundamentally, fundamentally, this is very simple, very simple. Once the world gets this, the game changes. I'll share what this is. Say the way you see the kind of schooling we go through, we respect that child's reasoning mind. The child has reasons. Is reasoning about a lot of things. Is developing that reasoning, and then from there, a lot of questions come up. And the system here in the Montessori method schooling, the system is open to those questions. No, then we work on this. That doesn't mean that the adult will give all the answers. There's a discussion and it opens up that space. Okay. On the other side, it doesn't. You
Okay,
cannot.
okay.
What was your question? Can I get?
So I was basically saying that we have all learned
Uh,
subjects to be distinctively different from each other.
yeah.
For example, mathematics
Correct.
and physics.
Yeah.
Maybe they have some connection here and
Yeah.
there,
Yeah.
but it has not been since the beginning.
Yeah.
Maybe eventually, when we go to college, there is some connection in between
Yeah.
mathematics and physics and
Yeah.
chemistry and biology. When we go deeper. Uh, so the cosmic
No, I got
education
it.
is
I'll give the answer to that. Say for example, Shivaji Maharaj. You know, he was very good in guerrilla warfare.
okay.
Okay, and used to win. So then in that discussion, a lot of things happen. I mean whatever that history is, and you say those guerrilla warfare is sudden, and the other parties he used to also have they were fortresses. Okay, so he used to use monitor lizard.
Okay.
Okay, some name like that. And you should tie a rope to that. Okay, and then it is to go and sit in one place. It will hold that rock, and people just climb. So, because I have seen that when I was in the school, you cannot ask any questions. A lot of questions. How can the monitor lizard? What is that capacity? And so many things that goes, no.
Mm-hmm.
But here children will ask questions about the lizard.
Okay.
Sometimes the teacher might not know also.
Okay.
So the teacher will tell the children, okay, I don't know what exactly the lizard, I know it is something big. Can we work on it? So then we have other resource books and then we work it and both the adult and sometimes adult knows, adult will answer. Adult is open to it.
Mm-hmm.
Sometimes adult doesn't know, I'll say, I don't know, but can we, give me time, give me 2 days, I will come back to you.
Mm-hmm.
You got it?
Mm-hmm.
So then you get connected to so many things.
Mm-hmm.
The from history to biological. This is that dimension of that.
So can you give an example? For example, now I've heard that maybe there is a discussion in the classroom
Huh,
about the leaf,
huh,
and then eventually the discussion goes on to the sun.
hmm,
So then there is a discussion about the sun. So initially it's about biology, the leaf, botany. Then it goes to the sun.
yeah.
Then it becomes physics and mathematics. Then it becomes something else, and So can you give an example of what the any one or two examples that you have seen or
Yeah.
in the
See,
class?
even that leaf thing, see, leaf thing. We discuss about photosynthesis and all those things, and see, all these things are, we work in isolation.
Right.
But all these things, if you connect that whole thing, about that plant and all those things, and then when it starts connecting, then you have roots. See, what you talk about when you talk about traditionally in traditional school, you talk about leaf, you talk about that uh, the photosynthesis side, and whatever that is required for that, where sun and what carbon dioxide and so many things that goes into that processes, and nutrition. But the adult will give a sense to that whole thing first. It can be a story also. Okay, and even if it is not a story, the child will have a lot of questions.
Okay.
They will connect all that, and they will see it as a whole. And in that whole, what are the different roles of roots, of sun, roles of that leaf? You got it?
Okay.
See, I was talking to one adult today because we wanted to do some work with the pre-primary. I mean, 6, 7. I mean, 8-year-old children,
Okay.
8, 9-year-old children. So that adult who is working with the adolescent children, I was talking to her. She said what she did. She asked the child to lie down on the floor.
Okay.
Okay, and marked that she marked later, and on that she had to, all the printouts, of different organs,
Okay.
and she told the children, okay, where I mean, just place where that heart is and where the lungs are, and some children missed out also,
Okay.
but they could sense. Because that corrections was taking place. Some other child would say, "Oh no, no, this sits here," and all that,
Okay.
and they could sense that whole thing there.
Okay. Eventually. Yeah.
Yeah, as I mean, they
Okay.
started placing it. Otherwise, we see it like heart, or different systems.
Correct.
See, even today also, if you see the textbooks, you learn about dice system, you learn about so many systems,
Correct.
no?
Correct.
Okay, respiratory
But
and so many
all of
things.
them are interconnected and
But
interdependent.
that interconnection is there. It is not there at all. Okay, but you can bring that connections through some questions, no? Okay, why there is a depletion in certain areas, or whatever that goes, no, particular, and then you realize that it is happening in some respiratory system or in some other circulatory system. There is some issue there. So the child is getting connected. And these are all and for a 9-year, 10-year-old children or 11-year-old children. These are all done at the what is say in a simpler level. No, you don't go very deep.
Correct.
That sense the child gets. So the point here is you are not discussing these things in isolation,
Okay.
isn't it?
Okay.
That ultimately the child is able to see it as one whole thing. No? See, Mare Montessori, when I just started, no, in her work, she was into psychiatry also. She did a higher studies, post graduation, whatever you call it. She could see it as a whole. Okay. See, we are see the world is the biggest problem is the world is we are so disconnected in all spheres. You got my point, especially in nature, no, disconnected. And Mara Montessori could see it as she could see if the child gets a sense of whole, huh? Sense of whole. Uh, child will be operating from a different level of maturity.
So coming to a similar topic, so considering our complex global societies, and now you spoke about disconnectedness.
Hmm.
So now, how does cosmic education help children develop responsibility towards nature and other human beings?
See, it is not about developing responsibility. It's not about developing responsibility. That is our the way we term it.
But how does it help them understand their responsibility?
Yeah, this is again the same thing.
Okay, right.
That this is how we see it. This is how we. That is why we have programs how they can do that. How they will get responsibility. How they will become a social being. So many things that goes. And there are a lot of programs. Traditionally. Experts also. You don't have to do anything. Okay. The child has to, when if the child goes through the proper processes, okay, and when the child gets fascinated by that, see, when we talk about sense of whole, okay, when I just shared with you about the how they did this elementary children, what that 8 9 years old, placing that all the different organs. See, at the end, what's my that our adult, the teacher, at the end, what she said was they were fascinated.
Okay.
Okay, they got a sense of whole. Okay, and they could even you can get a sense of, oh, this organ's work is this organ this. Some of these are connected, the system connected to the, whatever past tool, all those things. Okay. So all these things, when it otherwise it is always in piecemeal. You are working and thinking it's, separately. There you don't feel anything there because there are so many things that is merging as one. Then you get a sense that, oh, this is all contributing to make it as one whole unit, like the human being, or a plant, or it can be like, for example, sense of whole, like say you have a say one office, okay, where they work on all the finances and all that, and initially the child might get oriented, ಇಷ್ಟೆಲ್ಲ ದುಡ್ಡು so much money and so many things, so many bills, and this how they are managing. But once they get the connection, oh, this is how it works. Okay, this all finally gets connected to this. Individually they do things, but it becomes one whole thing. So it can be in anything. Say, even in agriculture also it is same. No? Ultimate, initially they'll be thinking, oh, you put seed, okay, and before that you plowed and you put seed and you put water. But that initially the child will think like that. But when the child goes through that entire process of the resources like water, it has to rain and it has to become sometimes coming from channels, and then there is some fertilizer or some because the plant also needs something. Today it is
Right.
all the chemicals, but it is all fertilized, I mean, organic things and all that, and whatever is there in the nature. So many things contribute, and finally you end up with this, no?
Right.
Isn't it? Like I had given one example.
Hmm.
Halil, where do you get milk?
Hmm.
They said
Hmm.
Akshay Kalpa.
Hmm.
And then somewhere one child said, my person comes home and gives milk.
Hmm.
Then one child said, no, cow gives milk. See, all these discussions happen. But when they see the whole process for that animal to give milk, the animal also has to be fed, isn't it? So many things that goes, no? Animal also falls sick. So many things. That is the entire
Hmm.
system.
Hmm.
So here, the child also, what the child also develops in cosmic education, that is the idea of our project, is slowly the child realizes there is that what we have a term is interdependence. Okay, in the interdependence there is so much that plays a role, and the child starts respecting that. Oh, it is not just you have a cow and you have milk, or you have some land and you are there's an interdependence, and in the interdependence also for the community to live there on whatever that the social side and other thing. You need a tailor also. You need somebody who can create those implements. There are so many things, no?
Right.
So this is that interdependence is there.
Correct.
Okay. And Mare Montessori could also see that out of that is one interdependent one side. Mare Montessori could also see from so many other dimensions, no? By nature, how we also develop individually. Okay. So, and in that dimension, she could see it from human tendencies. And earlier period, for cosmic education, whatever you talk about, there is also the other earlier part also is there, no? Sensitive period. So with that sensitivity, you get all that skills and so many things that it goes, no? Language and physical skills and so many things that goes.
Hmm.
So cosmic education does not, happen in isolation. Again,
I mean, it's not at all about isolation.
yeah, at all.
It's about the whole.
It is ultimately the whole. So one minute, the ultimately when we talk about whole, she started from the story of universe. Finally, this whole thing is one. So
Hmm.
start the stories from there, story of universe. Okay. But what fascinated me was, what she said was, when you go through all these stories and all these, processes, the child gets, instead of just knowing some calculations and something about lake and this and ponds and individually, instead of just knowing, having knowledge only on that, when you have a sense of that whole, you have so many things that for an entire life you will be working on that. Each child will have their own things when they grow up. They will not get into all. It is all about development only, isn't it? You will
Okay.
not get into all kind of unwanted things.
Hmm.
If you really see the overall context of how she was seeing it.
A key phrase in cosmic education is about the child finding their cosmic task. So, what does that mean? And is it about the child realizing their career or finding the career, or is it something even deeper than that?
Yeah. I think uh, this this whole thing, what she gave to the world, cosmic task. I don't think there is anything bigger than that in the entire history. Got it? And we have big names, in the Indian context also, Who am I? Can you see all kind of theory and so many? I respect that, whatever they are talking about. Like Ramana Maharishi, they're big people, they came with who am I and all those things. There are so many, of our, in the Indian context, and all over the world. What is this? What is this? I have come from afar. Is there? Question is there. And when you go through the deeper side and when you go through that whole process, especially Montessori child, who starts very early, at 2 years, 3 years, they are so much, into. I mean, there is for them there is nothing like they get a sense that okay, I am here because of all that has happened, all that has contributed to who I am today.
Okay.
So that reverence is there, not just respect, reverence is there for that whole thing. And then the child, or when the child grows up, child will always have that, and as an adult also. When so much, that I got, what can I, contribute to the life, Can you see how, when we talk about cosmic task, see, we are always relating to, from the, cause and effect. Okay, I get this, so I'm doing this, and, if I don't get this, I will not do this. In cosmic task, there is nothing like getting, and, there is so much that happens. It's nothing, you cannot relate to anything. And we all of us go deep into that, we also are realizing it. There's nothing like, because I got this, I am getting this, and, all kind of things that we go through.
Isn't there a cause and effect in the sense of now I realized the sense of the whole,
Uh,
and now I wish to do this.
uh,
Maybe if I had not realized it,
uh,
I might not have been doing a certain thing.
uh,
But now that I realize,
uh,
I want to do this particular thing. I want to maybe help uh, protect the nature or develop, certain things.
uh.
So, isn't there a cause and effect even there?
See, can you see how you shared?
Okay.
I want to do, I want to help. But this is a language we all have, the way we have grown up. That is me, Me is there. It doesn't mean that you can disconnect that. It is there. Fine. You got it. So this child does not grow up like that.
Okay.
Okay, when you create that space from day one, okay, they don't carry any of that. Okay, they will not think also much. They will carry that innocence, like anything in nature, no, is innocent. Anything except man is innocent. And I've seen my children last 20 years. I see that not only these children, I see many of my neighborhood children also. There are children, no?
Right.
Like today
Right.
also, that child who I wished birthday,
Okay.
I was telling your mummy also. See, the child is innocent. He will have a beautiful life.
Hmm.
He is not interfered. But largely in a Montessori context, children are not interfered, no? They are their
Okay.
own self, and
Okay.
they are able to create, and there is so
Okay.
much, out of that freedom, they can you see that?
Okay.
So much, they become so much aware, no?
Hmm.
Okay.
Right.
And that empathy they create, ultimately it leads to love, no? So they come
Hmm.
with all that.
Hmm.
See, Mahatma Gandhi made one statement. He said, in deep love, you are courageous. And such children carry. That doesn't mean only children in Montessori and such kind of environment. There are children who are not interfered in their own self. They carry that. The world has not lost largely because the way we go about a lot of these children don't ascribe to that.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
So only Montessori should not be claiming that, okay, we are, there are children out of the schools.
Right. Absolutely.
Yeah.
Yes. Right.
Yeah.
So I've heard that gratitude is one of the most, one of the things that comes out of cosmic education.
Yeah.
So can you explain how that happens, and how does understanding the whole universe and the interconnectedness? So how does that help develop gratitude?
See, this is not, no, I'm not trying to, because these are typical questions, that comes, I respect what the way you are. But if it is my Montessori children, if they are doing this podcast, I'm not pulling you down here. Don't worry.
Okay.
Okay. They don't have this, this idea of gratitude. They will not use that. That word will not come to them. They will have that reverence. It is just there,
But Maria Montessori says that gratitude is a major outcome of
Yeah,
cosmic education.
correct. I
So
respect
my
that.
question
That was
is,
how it came.
that
But
was
there
my
is
question.
something higher than that.
Okay.
There's something higher than that. Gratitude, yeah, gratitude, I can say that, okay, we can all talk about gratitude, but I am talking about something deeper. So, why I said, something deeper is when we talk about cosmic task, you are not, you know, coming with anything. You are just going about with your task. You are clear. There is no confusion. There is no agenda. There is no expectation there. There is no expectation here. You got it? So that is it is at that level it can operate. If the child is always experiencing freedom from the time they are born, they are going through that freedom. They are free. You see your son, no? How free he is.
Right.
Very beautiful.
So now, does that child still have gratitude for?
Huh?
Does the child who goes through cosmic education
Huh.
develop gratitude or?
101%. See,
Okay.
you forget about Maria Montessori, spoke or whatever that is. See, when your son was born, I called Dr. Srivatsan, told him I have become a grandfather. He said, Tera life change ho gaya re. He told me, we speak in Hindi. What he meant is, you are no longer what you are today. What he actually meant is, this grandson will change your life. He didn't say that, but I could see it,
Okay.
which I'm experiencing it.
Okay.
You got it? And his absolute nature, no? Only nature, when you are in that, aspect of, absoluteness, the possibility is there, for you. Otherwise, we will always have some language and we always doubt it when we are speaking also. We are not 100%.
So if you can summarize,
Uh,
what is the goal of cosmic education? So when, for example, cosmic education is mainly, it starts from the age of 6, and it goes maybe, let's say, up to the age of 12. So when a child moves out of maybe the school or goes to the next stage at the age of 12, so what is the child going to carry? or what is he going to learn or benefit from cosmic education?
See, Maria Montessori, when she, whatever that articulation, whatever she spoke, she spoke about certain structure. Okay, this is my view. Okay, uh, I don't know how world will see it. Okay, she uh, gave a structure to that, and whatever that processes that happened, birth till the age of 6 to 12, and all that, processes. See, education is for life from birth till whatever that age, till you die. You're continuously in that state. And then there is that dimension which she spoke about imagination and all that. Okay, sense of whole and the story of whatever that goes. Okay, for whatever that child is at that age, child is receiving, but child has already had that sense of whole from birth, isn't it? Child is having that, and so many things that she gave. Our pre-primary programs where the child is, most of that is having that sense of whole, and sense of whole to the part, and then coming back to the like globe or even your place value, units, tens, and if it is that, and if anything you get into, most of that is there, in that. Okay, all that is, but whatever you have just terms, whatever you just spoke, all those processes, all that process the child is carrying is not for this that age, it is for life. The child is continuously getting educated, continuously
Okay.
getting fascinated by so many things,
My
continuously.
question is something like,
uh,
now comparing in terms of traditional schooling,
yeah.
where there is no cosmic education.
uh,
So now comparing to that,
uh.
when a child moves out of maybe after the age of 12,
Mm.
so what benefit does cosmic education give the child?
See, in a traditional context, traditional context, the world is disconnected. Here, the world is. I mean, for a Montessori child, or there are so many related. They feel connected. A lot of their work, most of their work, they feel connected. Okay. So, what we also have this statement, no? We also have this statement: duality and non-duality. Yeah, this is in the context of our culture here in India, in our country.
Hmm.
Duality and non-duality.
Right.
Okay. So in duality, it is lot of effort. Here always, always confusion, always contradiction, and all that is there. But in non-duality, which in the context of Maria Monte's work, you are it is one with the whole,
Okay.
isn't it? You are all, when we talk about the story of the universe, it is you are one with the whole, no?
Right.
And cosmic task becomes
A part of that.
the big thing there.
Big. Okay.
Okay, this is the big thing there in this context, where you can see that all these people have contributed. Okay, we have to go beyond that word respect or gratitude. You have reverence for all that has happened. So
Okay.
what is left with you is what you are going to contribute, and you will do it. You will not go back, no matter what. Okay.
So now there is a beautiful concept of the law of interdependence, or
Ah,
so how does a child learn
hmm,
uh, in the cosmic education
hmm,
that the animals, the plants, and the water and rocks, so everything is helping humans in a way,
hmm.
you know, how all of those are working to support each other and also us, so how does cosmic education help a child understand that?
See, you made a statement helping human beings. See, culturally, this is how, that God has made everything, for man to live well. Okay. So, you got my point. That is how, but that is not how it is. But it is so ingrained with us, helping this or helping that. Okay. See, all of us have our role. Every species have our own role. And man is no different from that role. Today, unfortunately, man has, with the way we have grown up for last 1,000 years, maybe. Yeah, I don't think it's more than that. We have encouraged all the spaces. And I am very confident, we will have realignment over a period at a cost, at a big cost, which we are already going through. Realignment will happen, and more awareness will come. And if such institutions come up, such places come up, okay, all over the world, I think that whole thing will come back.
So you are saying that the idea of cosmic education
Hmm.
will help this realignment happen.
Yes,
Okay.
100%. Yeah, and there is no choice also because the world is also facing a lot of trouble today. See, today, if you see, okay, today we are already crossed that path some 1 or 2 or 3 years back. Okay, we already crossed that path where we are not able to renew, whatever the resources our planet has. Okay, in 12 months, we are not able to renew that whole resources. We had already crossed some 1 or 2 or 3 years back.
So we are in
So,
a
so, so we are already in depletion. Already the earth is, in a bad shape today. Can you get a sense of what I'm
yes,
saying?
yes, yes, yes.
Okay. So that will push all this development. Unfortunately, that is, it's like that. But Madame Montessori saw it more than 100 years back. That's where, she could come out with all these things and. But it came from her heart, from the reverence she had, about that whole thing. It's we cannot see it as, simple, okay, cosmic task, this is cosmic education, so cosmic, we cannot take it lightly like that. Okay, these children are going and doing all these things. It's not fair, to be casual about this whole thing for the planet. So we are already, the world is already going through it. We are in denial. And she could see it more than 100 years back.
And we need to come towards awareness.
Yeah, we have to bring the, yeah, there is, at least now.
So, what would you say is your place in the universe? How do you view
Myself, huh?
yourself? This is a personal thing, other than cosmic, connecting to cosmic education. But what do you feel is your place in the universe?
See, if I am a little selfish, I'm talking from the context of talk about myself from the selfish point of view.
Okay.
Uh, a lot of things that I went through from childhood and all that schooling, and it was always a problem for me. And I know so many barriers or I could overcome only because of the circumstances, situations, and in between so many things happened. Luckily, I survived. I could come out, and I could understand many things. Okay, I'm experiencing a lot of freedom from all that. There's so many other, gurujis, gurus means my teachers. Okay, and one of them is the last part, Meenakshi Ramakrishnan. It all came from Maria Montess's work. When who is instrumental from bringing all that. So I was lucky in all that. We thank all of them. So I'm feeling very peaceful about that.
So
Yeah,
what is the role
but
that you?
but but uh, but I cannot say that I got everything. It's not fair, no.
But now, since we talk about cosmic
Yeah,
education, and we want children to find their role in the
yeah,
cosmos,
yeah.
so what?
So the
Just
role
a
what
question.
the role I have taken up is try to distinguish these things, try to bring it out to, to the communities wherever that is, anywhere it is. It is for wherever children are there. It is there everywhere in the world. Okay, we cannot say that only my school, Bangalore children are. It's not
Absolutely,
fair.
yes, yes.
Yeah. So that work, whatever possibilities I can create, I'm spending time in writing and whatever that goes. So I'm enjoying that.
Okay.
Okay, I'm enjoying that. But see, I cannot see. It's not fair to say that that you might at some point feel that it is not enough, but you cannot rush things, because many times
Do you feel it's not
people,
enough?
no, 1 minute, people rush things, to solve things, and we get into trouble. So first thing I should do to myself is I should experience free, not only freedom, I should experience peace, no? I should become peaceful. So all that process is going on. Life is there, it is open. Okay, as long as I am 17 now, we'll see.
Okay.
I cannot carry that. Okay, my time is less. There's nothing like less time or more time.
Right.
Yeah,
So now, if the last question,
yeah,
if parents want to guide their children into cosmic education,
yeah,
for example, without having all the materials that we
yeah.
have at school,
Ah,
so at home, if they want to encourage children into cosmic education,
ah.
very briefly, what can they do? What kind of a conversation can they have at home?
Sorry.
A very
Yeah.
simple conversation.
See, conversation, more than conversation, more than gyan, and more than whatever that is. If the parent can experience peace inside and overcome their own barriers and own insecurities, whatever they are carrying, and just be with their child. That's where they are able to be with their child. Okay, when you are free, when you overcome all that, then there is no expectation there. You are free, child is also free. When your child is free, you are free, child is free, child is with you. Otherwise, if we some of us goes through all that, whatever we could not achieve or so many things that we go, if we carry that, we have expectation there. For a child, child doesn't need anything. Child has everything to create.
Okay.
So if we can create an environment for that child within us, within that place, physically and all those things, child will create that. Child has already been creating from birth. It's all that is.
So, how can a parent create a simple environment
Hmm.
for cosmic education?
Simple environment.
For cosmic education
Ah.
at home. Uh,
Parents see it is there. It was always present there.
okay.
It's not that it is something new here. It was always present there.
But again, now coming to the traditional schooling
Ah.
that we've all gone through, and
Yeah,
you
yeah.
know, again, traditionally, how what happens at home
Ah.
and the teaching and the way,
Yeah,
and
yeah.
whatever happens at home,
Ah.
compared to the cosmic education that we're talking about,
Ah.
there is a drastic difference in between
Ah.
the two.
Yeah, for a traditional schooling,
Yeah,
traditional,
yeah.
yeah.
I'm talking now in terms of parenting. So if someone wants to allow their child to make connections or realize interconnectedness, with small examples, or maybe having a conversation with them, or creating an environment so that the child experiences interconnectedness, what can a parent do?
See, when the child is born, child is connected to the whole thing.
So are you saying the parent has to do nothing?
The parent has to do nothing.
Okay.
Okay. But that doesn't mean, okay, that doesn't mean parent is casually, doing nothing. The parent is consciously present to all that is happening. The parent is aware, when the conversation, they are aware. And based on that awareness, lot of things the parent is now opening up. Based on that child, who that child is, they'll create situations there. Okay. The child also will feel secure. Oh, my parent is with me. The parent is actually getting connected to the child. Child is already connected to the whole. Child doesn't have to do anything. So how do we protect that child from getting disconnected? You got my point?
Okay.
Okay.
So
That is all it is.
that's a good point to end with.
Uh,
Thank you very much for joining us.
yeah, thank you.
And so this personally for me, I'm fascinated about this topic, and
Okay,
I've
thank
got
you.
to learn a lot.
Yeah, thank you.
So
Thank you.
we'll have many more discussions in the future. Thank you very
Yes,
much.
yes,
Thank you for joining us.
yes, yes.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank
Thank
you.
you, everyone. Thank you for the way it went about,
No, it's my pleasure. I
Yeah,
always get to learn so much from you,
yeah,
asking you
yeah.
questions. So
Thank you. Thank you.
thank you.